Strauss has always talked about Capriccio being kind of his testament, kind of his last will. For me, he's presenting all the very, very different concepts that have happened during musical history. He was always stating that he wanted an open ending. He wanted that the thing kept kind of flying, like ending with a question mark. A little bit like Madeleine, like the Countess, who in the end is looking for a non-trivial end, then meets the Haushofmeister who offers a supper. I mean, what could be more trivial than eating supper after such a day? There have been people claiming that Strauss tried to melt together the styles of Mozart and Wagner and to make a new opera style in Capriccio. And I'm sure that he's reaching a synthesis of any styles of opera that have been before, but he kind of also leaves it with a question mark after whether he has reached something really new or not. Because also if you look at the storyline of the opera that they are going to write, or they are to write, like Olivier Flamand and director Laroche, is not yet written, or is it? So basically, the whole Capriccio itself ends with this question mark: is it new? Is it not? And that's what makes a lot of the charm, I think, of this work. So any solution that one finds, I think one finds because one wants to find them, but not because Strauss wanted us to give answers or wanted to give answers to the people. He was very clear about what he wanted. He states that in the foreword to Capriccio, but he definitely didn't want to give certain solutions as given. He didn't want to say opera has to be like this or that. If he would have wanted that, he wouldn't have needed a Konversationsstück, a whole piece that's just about discussing music or words or music. Real hard thing to do with that opera is finding this very, very small path where you leave it with a question mark and where everybody who is listening to it can decide for himself, is it words or is it music? Is it a new style or is it just everything that has been there already? When I work on an opera, I never take other performances as a reference, as in watching them, because I find that images tend to stick to your mind and stick in your fantasy, and I like to find my own. It's everything there, like everything is written in the score, what I want, and I think this is basically the best way to go about Capriccio. To really look at what's written there, what you wanted there, and also leave a lot to what's happening between the characters, because this whole conversation piece is, for me, is a lot about the different characters that meet, that all have to do with each other. They're all linked together, sometimes very closely. They're brother and sister, like the Countess and the Count, but they're very, very different at the same time. Same goes for Flamand and Olivier. One is kind of standing for the words and the other is standing for music. And at the same time, they're very close and very linked, also because they both are in love with Madeleine. So this is going to be very much of our focus to really take these characters and show how different and how the same these characters are.